you introduce yourself for our viewers?
Okay.
Tell them your name and where you're from.
Hello, I'm Vital Snovo. I'm an independent researcher. I come from Benin, West Africa.
Yeah. And you're here for the Global Futures Conference. And overall, what was your impression of the conference? Was it really creative or useful, or it just gave us a place to go?
No, I think it was a very creative and useful congress, because it's a long time since all the scientists in the world have been thinking of a place where all the global technologies can meet, all the global scientists can meet each other and schedule what they can do in the future for the whole humanity. So I think it's a very important congress.
Mm-hmm. We had several layers in the conference, as I saw it, that a lot of technology which could only be of use when applied to the military, some of the cyborgisms, and yet at the same time some idea of how to shape the future. But I didn't hear too much about how we're going to give food and water for human beings in the future. And food and water are really big issues. So I wondered, did you have any sense of that maybe should have been there? Yes. For the future?
Yeah, I already had the hope to talk about that also in the Congress. But some scientists there, when I had some private discussion, many people were talking about that. Because, for example, in Africa, where I come from, one of the most important things is to create technologies that can accelerate agriculture. Because we have many lands there, but people still dying because they don't have the right technology. So my point of view is that scientists, it's our responsibility as scientists to work to create technologies that can provide food for everyone, and that will require less intervention from human beings. So I think that's an important point that could have been a very important field to discuss.
Yeah, I thought at one point I would like to have seen a whole day, or at least half a day, discussing the immediate human needs which in the near future we could respond to, instead of, because when we have, supposedly by 2050 the population will double. That means not 9 billion people, but 16 billion people on the face of the earth. And technology can help a lot. But we didn't seem to have discussed that a great deal, and that I wondered if you thought perhaps that was something missing or not.
You know, overpopulation is a big risk that the Earth is going to face in the future. So it's going to be very hard in the future if we continue the way we do now.
Yeah.
Because many countries, almost the most Africa and also China, all these countries, the world will be just like hell if scientists don't invent something to overcome that. So I think it's a very important point to discuss.
Yeah.
We had to find solution. Yeah. Otherwise, the space won't be enough to live on Earth. And
no. The Patriarch of Moscow, the Orthodox Church, recently made a statement about the injustice of consumer capitalism and how it doesn't seem to have the capacity to make a balanced and a just distribution of resources among the world. And because it's about profits, it's not about service, and that perhaps something better might be pursued. And do you have any ideas about?
I think the biggest problem of the humanity now is money. You know, all those people who only care about making more money than they already had.
Yeah.
But they don't really care, and that's a big problem. Even when scientists create technology that will help people, they will need people to fund those technologies.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what to do then. Maybe scientists will do their best also to get money to fund those technologies, because there are many people who have already been thinking about technology to help the world, but I think the volunteer, the engagement must come from the businessmen, because they are the one who have the control of all those things.
You know, the thing that sometimes strikes me is the devalue of labor. That very often in our system,
This building is our office.